Heyo, what's up everybody? Welcome to My Killer Podcast. I am your host, Mel. Thank you for joining me. What is crappin' party people? Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to pop on here and do a quick video on my comfort movies. These are the movies that I throw on all the time. They're movies I watch the most out of all the movies that I have in my collection. But they don't necessarily fall into my top 10 favorite movies of all times. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. These are the movies that for some reason just give me comfort knowing that they're on. I know, it sounds kind of weird. Let me know if anybody else has this. This is why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to know if I am the only one that has this weird set of movies that I love to watch over and over and over again. I never get tired of them. They're the movies on a Saturday afternoon when I'm cleaning the house, jamming out to music way too loud. They're just playing on the TV because I need something to be playing on the TV. Or they're the movies that I'm scrolling through Netflix and I can't seem to find anything to watch, and then I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just watch this until I can think of something else. That's what these movies are. But like I said, they're not necessarily my favorite movies of all time. They're just movies that I, for some reason, never get tired of being on. These are the movies that I'm laying in bed at night reading a book, trying to fall asleep, and I just have a movie going in the background. The volume is almost always too low for me to hear these because I'm probably either jamming out to some tunes or I'm reading a book and trying to focus on that kind of situation. So I'm gonna go through these and let me know if any of these fall into your list. Let me know if I'm just a fucking weirdo and this is indigenous to me, or let me know if you have a list too, and let me know which movies are on your list, because I'm interested. A lot of these movies I have not upgraded yet because these are the movies I have on my streaming network, Vudu. So I've purchased these digitally because I need to have them everywhere I go. That's how in depth I am with these movies because I need to be able to access them anywhere, no matter where I am, and I always have my phone, and I have Vudu on my phone, so I can do that. So I haven't felt the need to upgrade these yet, but I've upgraded some of them, but not all of them. I also want to point out that I'm not necessarily proud of some of these movies. Sometimes it's even embarrassing to me that I watch them this much. It's not that I like them that much, it's that I just watch them this much. Is this making sense to anybody? Let me know if this is making sense. I don't know if it makes sense. Anyway, I'm just gonna dive right in. So, A Life Less Ordinary. It has Ewan McGregor and Cameron Diaz in it. It's a love story, but it's a weird love story. There's weird twisty turns in here so Ewan McGregor works for this company and they're pretty bad to their employees, and then they lay him off. And he gets mad, so he kidnaps the boss's daughter, which happens to be Cameron Diaz, and then they go on this adventure of falling in love. But so there's a heaven and hell side to this movie so it's kind of a science fiction almost, where two angels are sent down from heaven to help these two fall in love. But then all this crazy shit happens. I don't know, all this crazy shit happens. The two angels decide that they don't want to go back to heaven anymore because they couldn't make these two fall in love. And it's just one of the weirdest love stories I've ever seen in my life. I love Ewan McGregor so much. This is one of my top 10 movies, probably. But I haven't upgraded it. Clearly, this is the DVD because I haven't been able to find this on Blu-ray. I don't think that it exists on Blu-ray unless it's one of those overseas European ones that I can't get my hands on that are probably region B anyway. Somebody release this on Blu-ray. I would really love to see a Shout Factory or maybe a Second Sight release or an Arrow release of this movie. Somebody look into it, please. It was originally released by 20th Century Fox, so I don't know. but that's one of them, on all the time. Coincidentally, is also a Ewan McGregor movie. It's called Nightwatch. Even looking this movie up is kind of hard because there's like another movie called Nightwatch, but I think it's like Night Space Watch or something. But not many people know about this movie. It has Ewan McGregor in it and Josh Brolin, Patricia Arquette, and Nick Nolte. He's fucking creepy in this movie. This one, Ewan McGregor goes to work in this hospital, and he has to work by the morgue where he's a security officer. And then there's a serial killer out in the world, and the serial killer starts fucking with him. So it's kind of, this movie is really creepy. I'm not gonna lie, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's pretty awesome. But this is one of them. I don't know why the movies that I want playing in the background all the time are so creepy. Because this one is creepy. This one is a little embarrassing. Disturbia. Have you guys seen this one? This movie's fine. It's a fun little ditty. There's, I mean, I guess kind of a twist at the end that you could see a mile away, but it's fine. Like I said, it's a fun watch. It's not the greatest movie ever. I don't know why. I think I just like the fact that this whole movie pretty much takes place within his house. There's something comforting about that. Because whilst he's home and I'm home, there's something familiar there. I don't know. That's the only reason why I can imagine that I would watch that one all the time. This one is a childhood fave that I like to have just playing in the background. Gleaming the Cube with Christian Slater. This one is not on Blu-ray. Somebody put this on Blu-ray. Scream Factory, Shout Factory, Shout Factory Select. Put this on Blu-ray for me, please. This is one of the greatest movies ever. This is in my top 10. I don't know what kind of release this is. I mean, clearly it's a DVD, but there's not this, like, I don't know if this is like a print on demand type of situation because there's like nothing on the back. There's no distribution company. And I mean, there's like an NTSC thing on the back, but I don't know what the fuck that is. So I don't know if this is like a bootleg that I got. I don't know, but clearly if this is a bootleg, it's not even on DVD either. I do have this one on VHS, but I don't want to watch it that way. I want to watch it on Blu-ray. I want to watch this one on 4K. Somebody, please get this one out there for me. People will love this one. It could be a cult classic if it isn't already. Tell me if you guys have seen this movie down in the comments because it is fucking, it's awesome. It's kind of an action-y skateboarding movie. Tony Hawk is in this movie, like a young Tony Hawk skateboarding. It's fucking groovy, man. Joyride. This is like one of the best movies to just have going in the background because it's just a bunch of in the car driving around type shit, you know? And then it has the late and great Paul Walker in it. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched this one in a really long time. A lot of these are kind of like my older comfort movies because they have changed over the years because some of these movies are newer and some of them are older. And some of them have stood the test of time, but I haven't been watching any new movies. None of them have made their way into my comfort movies for some reason. I don't know why. The Watch. I love having this as a comfort movie because it not only has aliens in it, but it's also hilarious. And look at that cast. Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, Jonah Hill, and Richard somebody. I don't want to disgrace him by saying his last name wrong. But hilarious movie about aliens coming to take over Earth. The Conjuring. Yes, this one surprises even me. Actually, there's a couple of them in here that surprise me. One, I'm surprised I haven't updated this movie yet. I just want them to come out with a box set of the Conjuring movies, I think is what I want to do, and not have to buy them all separately. But it's just the Conjuring movies that I like. The Annabelle ones are fine, but they're not my favorite. But this movie in particular, The Conjuring, the first one, I will throw this on at any time of day. It horrifies me. So that there is why I don't know why this is a comfort movie for me, but it is. But that's the point of comfort movies. It's like you don't know why they make you feel comfortable. They just do. So this is the only comfort series that I have. I'm sure everyone else, I've recently upgraded these. That's why they're all in plastic. But these are all comfort movies to me. I have all of these movies on Vudu and I stream them all the time. I have them on DVD, but I most recently decided to upgrade them, so I bought all of these. But I usually watch these, I think these are the Canadian version, or the Canadian releases. Well, these three are Canadian releases. This is Anchor Bay. Is that Canadian? I don't know. Canadian Anchor Bay. But I always have to watch them in succession for some reason. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. This one also is surprising that it's on my comfort movie list because this movie also scared the shit out of me. But I think it's because it's like equal parts courtroom drama and horror, and I really like that. And the two kind of cross, you know? So as you're dealing in the present with the courtroom drama, you're getting a look into the past of the horrors that happened prior to. And I really like that. And it has Laura Linney in it, and she's really fucking awesome. So if you haven't seen this one, check it out. I know there's like a slew of exorcism movies, but this one was by far one of my favorites. Empire Records, of course. You gotta have one of these old nostalgic movies, comedies, feel good, coming of age movies in your comfort movie collection. That one is that for me. I've already spoken about Pump Up the Volume. You guys know that I love this movie dearly. It's in my top 10. I have this one on Vudu and I stream it all the time. I also have it on DVD and now I have it on Blu-ray. This movie is kind of why I wanted to start a podcast, because it just has that freedom of speech, change the world with your words, live for the now kind of craziness to it. And I love it. And it has Christian Slater in it. I like a lot of Christian Slater movies. He's hot too. Well, in this one he is. So if you haven't seen this one, check it out purely for my recommendation because it's awesome. Oh, I have the DVD out here. Here's my upgrade. Not much of an upgrade. It looks the exact same, but the transfer is better. I don't know why I brought out the DVDs for these. Stir of Echoes is highly rewatchable. Maybe that's why these are my comfort movies, because the movies themselves have just such great rewatchability. You know what I mean? Like some movies you can just rewatch over and over and over and over again. And some movies you're just kind of like one and done. You know what I mean? I would say Hereditary is a one and done watch. And maybe that's just me, but Hereditary for me was definitely a one and done watch. I'm probably gonna watch it one more time because the first time I watched it was on streaming, I think, and I know that there's a 4K out there. So I kind of want to watch that one on 4K. Why? I don't know. But that's a one and done for me. But to reference a newer movie, Army of the Dead, that just came out on Netflix and is, I still believe, in theaters right now. I just recently watched that one, and I did a movie review on Letterboxd for that one. So check the links down below. You can check my Letterboxd. That one, I feel like the rewatchability on that one is pretty high. I feel like I would rewatch that movie several times because it's just a good time, you know. And maybe that's the difference. Maybe it's the movies that, you know, hit too deep are not rewatchable, and the ones that are just fun are rewatchable. I don't know. I wouldn't say The Exorcism of Emily Rose and The Conjuring were fun, but maybe they were. Anyway, so I upgraded this one obviously to the Blu-ray. And I love this one. I've seen it a million times, but look at this edition. This is the DVD special edition. I didn't even realize how cool this edition was until I just pulled it out, because I have this one on Vudu too, so I stream it all the time. I don't have a need to watch the DVD, but look at how cool this edition is. It has this plastic slip with this black sludge running down it, and then here's the special edition DVD. And it came with a little booklet and some DVD art. Has some special features on it. I didn't even realize, going back and re-looking at my DVDs, some of the DVDs had some really great additions. Like, I have a special edition of the movie Legend that came in this crazy plastic case where like the sleeve opened up and then the DVD part came out, and there's, I don't know, it was really, maybe I'll show it on here at some point. Sorry about my zippers. It's cold here, and we're having a frost warning tonight. Bullshit. Anyway, super cool edition. I will never get rid of this ever, even though I've upgraded it already, because honestly, the transfer in here is better than here, but this cover edition and slipcover is better than this. So I'm gonna keep them both. And last but not least, and you guys know what I'm about to pull. Talked about it a million times, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But this is my favorite movie of all time, so of course it has to be a comfort movie. It's The Burbs. So once again, I don't know why I brought out the DVD, because I have this movie 7 different ways. I could have brought out any of those. But for the sake of this video, just talking about comfort movies, the movies that make you feel homey inside and just make you all together feel warm and fuzzy. That's this movie in a nutshell for me. I took this movie, carried it throughout my entire life. This is the movie I took to college with me. I fell asleep to it every night while I slept alone in my apartment in the big city. This was it. This is my ultimate comfort movie. No surprise to any of you, I'm sure. So let me know what your comfort movies are. Please let me know if I'm fucking batshit crazy for having comfort movies. But I swear I've seen on Instagram before people talking about comfort movies. So I can't be the only one that has these. And I can't be the only one that feels the way I feel about them. You know, they're not my all-time favorite movies. They're just the movies that make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, and the rewatchability is really high. I don't know. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It was fun going through all my DVDs and picking out the ones that I watch all the time. There are 2 more films on my list that I don't have any physical media for, because I have them on Vudu and I stream them all the time, because I need to be able to stream these everywhere I'm at. I said that already. I'm just a broken record at this point. But the first one being Zodiac. That movie is insane, but there's just something about it that just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. Let me know if that one is for you. But it's also kind of a longer one, so you can put it on while you're doing stuff around the house, just bouncing from room to room, and it'll be on for a really long time. I don't exactly know the running time of that, but it's gotta be 2 hours-ish. And the last one, I mean, I'll pop up their pictures over here so you guys can see them, but the last one is Sinister, the first Sinister with Ethan Hawke. I will throw that movie on any time of day, and that movie I mostly throw on when I'm just chilling. Like if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm doing shit on my computer, doing work on my computer, that will be playing quietly on the TV. Or if I'm laying in bed and I just don't have, you know, I'm reading or don't have anything else to do, or I'm trying to fall asleep, I'll throw that one on quietly. Sinister was a big one. And I don't know why. I didn't really like Sinister 2. I mean, it was okay. I don't know. That one wasn't for me. But Sinister 1, I think I just really liked the story. And I like the fact that it's scary, but it's not in like it's not scary in like a loud way. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, those 2 are the last 2 on my list that I just didn't have something to show you. But like I said, I'll pop their images up on the screen somewhere. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I appreciate you guys. If you want to show me some love, like, subscribe, and kill that bell for me. It helps me out. It keeps my dream alive, and it keeps you entertained. Thank you so much again for stopping by, and have a killer day. Peace.